Hi, good evening. Welcome back to our Royal Education Group. It's our wonderful time to study how to interact with the others in fluent way. Hi, once again, I welcome to our class. Last days we have discussed our English classes like that is how to speak English fluently. Today also we are going through the conversation how to make sentence and how to speak it well and how to interact with others in an easy way. കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസങ്ങളെല്ലാം നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് എളുപ്പത്തിൽ വളരെ ലോജിക്കലായിട്ട് വളരെ അതായത് നല്ല ഫ്ലുവൻസിയിൽ നല്ല ഫ്ലുവൻ്റ് ആയിട്ട് സംസാരിക്കാമെന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചത്. തുടർന്ന് ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ അതേപോലുള്ള ക്ലാസ്സുകളാണ് എടുക്കുന്നത്. പരസ്പരം ആശയവിനിമയം ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് വളരെ വേഗത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ സാധാരണ ജീവിതത്തിൽ പ്രായോഗികമായി ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന ചില വാചകങ്ങളെ കൂട്ടിച്ചേർത്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ സെന്റൻസിൽ കൺസ്ട്രക്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പോയിരിക്കുന്നത്. അതിനുവേണ്ടി നിങ്ങളെ ക്ലാസ്സിലേക്ക് ഹാർദമായി വെൽക്കം ചെയ്യാണ്. അതോടൊപ്പം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഫർദർ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ആവശ്യമുണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ റോയൽ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ ഗ്രൂപ്പിന്റെ പേജിൽ ഫേസ്ബുക്ക് പേജിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കയറാം, അത് ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുകയും ചെയ്യാം. ഇത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വളരെയേറെ ബെനിഫിഷ്യൽ ആയിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിനെയും നിങ്ങളുടെ നെയ്ബേഴ്സിനെയും അതോടൊപ്പം നിങ്ങളുടെ റിലേറ്റീവ്സിനെയും ഈ പേജിലേക്ക് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് റെക്കമെൻഡ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടും സാധിക്കും. Thank you. Today I'm going to take the class about your habitual actions, means about your daily activities. നമ്മുടെ സാധാരണ നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ എപ്രകാരമായിരിക്കും സ്ഥിരം ഒരേ രീതിയിലുള്ള പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, നമ്മൾ എന്ന് രാവിലെ എഴുന്നേൽക്കുന്നു, നമ്മൾ ഓഫീസിൽ പോകുന്നു, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കുന്നു, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ഇഷ്ട വിനോദങ്ങളിൽ ഏർപ്പെടുന്നു, ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ എപ്രകാരം നമുക്ക് പറയാം, എപ്രകാരം നമുക്ക് മറ്റൊരാളിനെ അവതരിപ്പിക്കാം എന്ന് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ എങ്ങനെ ഇത് അവതരിപ്പിക്കണം എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ക്ലാസ് ആണ്. ലഘുവായ ചില ആശയവിനിമയങ്ങളിലൂടെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഞാൻ നൽകി തരുന്നത്. വളരെ ശ്രദ്ധയോടെ നിങ്ങൾ കേട്ടിരിക്കുക. So we need to take the sentence. So again I am saying that we have two speakers, S1 and S2. Don't forget speaker number 1 and speaker number 2. Speaker number 1 and speaker number 2. It is about our daily activities. Daily activities. So one more thing, through this sentence, we are going to study how to make simple present tense. How to make present indefinite. And here, as one says, what time do you get up? We know very well. What time do you get up? As two says, I get up about 7:15. I get up about 7:15. As one again asks, what time is breakfast? At your house. What time is breakfast at your house? Just to say breakfast is always at a 7:45. So listen very carefully here. I have given you the 4 sentences, very simple. We can easily understand these sentences. And here there is one. The speaker number 1 asks, what time do you get up? What time do you get up? ഇതിന്റെ മലയാളം അർത്ഥം എന്താണെന്ന് നമുക്ക് വളരെ വിശദമായിട്ട് അറിയാം. എപ്പോഴാണ് നിങ്ങൾ എഴുന്നേൽക്കുന്നത്? What time do you get up? Here I used one helping verb, one auxiliary verb, that is do. So I'm going to say that you can be construct our present indefinite, otherwise our simple present tenses. It is the first form is like this: the subject, verb of first form plus SOES plus object. Subject, verb of first form plus SOES plus object. That is our formula. So in this way, we can make some simple sentences. And if our subject is third person singular, we need to use verb first form plus yes or is. If our subject is first person and second person, we don't want to use verb first one plus yes or yes. We have to use only verb first form. That's the basic of the verb. And here, what time do you get up? How can we make the answer? We have an answer. One example is given. The speaker number say that I get up about 7:15. I get up about 7:15. What time do you get up? I get up about 7:15. As normally we use 7:15. അതായത് 7:15 ആകുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ എഴുന്നേൽക്കും. And he asked again, what time is breakfast at your house? What time is breakfast at your house? നിന്റെ വീട്ടിൽ പ്രഭാത ഭക്ഷണം എപ്പോഴാണ്? ഏത് സമയത്താണ് പ്രഭാത ഭക്ഷണം കഴിക്കുന്നത്? He says breakfast is always at a quarter to 8. Breakfast is always at a quarter to 8. Breakfast is always at a quarter to 8. ഇവിടെ quarter to 8 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ phrase ആണ് ഇവിടെ യൂസ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. A quarter to 8. That means 7:45. 7:45 നമ്മൾ മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയും. 7:45 എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നമ്മളത് a quarter to 8 എന്ന് പറയണം. Normally we say 7:15. 7:15 എന്ന് പറയും. ഇവിടെ വന്നപ്പോൾ quarter to 8 എന്ന് പറയും. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് today we can study time. So this way we can improve our English proficiency, and also we can construct some sentences in our daily activities. It is our habitual actions in the form of simple present tense or present indefinite. We know the clock. We know the clock. We can divide in 4 parts. It's a 12, it's a 6, it's a 3, it's a 9. And this 1/4 part is called a quarter. A quarter. This 1/4 part is called a quarter. So we can make some sentences. Just before we listen, we studied 7:15. Here we study that 7:15 is called a quarter past 7. A quarter past 7. We know 7:15, 7:13, 7:45. We know this usage, but here we are going to study 7:15 means a quarter past 7. So what time do you get up? I get up about a quarter past 7. Instead of 7:15, we used a quarter past 7. 7:15 പകരമായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ യൂസേജ് പഠിക്കുകയാണ് a quarter past 7 because this 1/4 is known as a quarter. And if we cover these 2 seconds, then it is totally half past. Half past. So the time is 7:30. 7:30 we can construct like this. It is half past 7. It is half past 7. It's half past 7. Once we study, or it is 7:15. That's a quarter past 7. Sorry, and 7:30 is half past 7. The question is, what time do you get up? I get up about a quarter past 7. Otherwise, I get up about half past 7. Half past 7. And again, we study this 4th one. This 1/4 is also known as a quarter. A quarter. But there is here we can use past word. But here we can use to word. To, the preposition to is used here. So if we wanted to say that is 7:45. 7:45. You can say that it's a quarter to 8. It's a quarter to 8. It's a quarter to 8. Means എട്ടാകാൻ 15 മിനിറ്റ് കൂടെ ഉള്ള നമ്മൾ ഇതുപോലെ നമ്മൾ സൂചിപ്പിക്കുന്നത് നമ്മൾ 7:15 പറയുന്നത് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ അത് പറയേണ്ടത് it's a quarter to 8. Quarter to എന്ന പദം നമ്മളിവിടെ യൂസ് ചെയ്യണം. And here a quarter past 7 and a half past 7, a quarter to 8 means 15 minutes are there to reach at 8 o'clock. 15 minutes are there to reach at 8 o'clock. The other question is, what time do you get up? So you can make so many sentences like this, like what time do you go to school? What time do you go to college? What time do you go for your work? So you can say that I go to about, what is a quarter to 9. Otherwise, a quarter past 9 or half past 9. In this way, you can make the timing words how to indicate time in our daily activities or in our habitual actions, how to speak it well. And here, what time do you get up? I get up about 7:15. That I get up about a quarter past 7. And next question, what time is breakfast at your house? What time is breakfast at your house? What will be our answer? Breakfast is always at a quarter to 8. Breakfast is always at a quarter to 8. And again we can make some sentences. What time do you leave home? What time do you leave home? I leave home at half past 8. I leave home about half past 8. And if you want to ask what time do you return home? I return home at 6 o'clock. I return home at 6 o'clock. So we use the sharp time. That's it. At 6 o'clock. If you want to point out the particular the time number, then you can use that at 6 o'clock. Otherwise, if you want to use 15, 30, and 45, you can use a quarter past, half past, a quarter to. Along with the number, the natural number is there. And what time do you go to bed? You can make lot of sentences. What time do you go to bed? I go to bed at 10 o'clock. I go to bed about quarter to 10. I go to bed about a quarter past 10. 10:15 പോകും 10 മണിക്ക് ഉറങ്ങാൻ പോകും പിന്നെയോ 10:15 മിനിറ്റോടൊപ്പം 9:15 ആകുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ഉറങ്ങാനായിട്ട് പോകും. So I get up at 7:15. I get up at 7:15. The question is, what time do you get up? What time do you get up? I have breakfast about 8:15. I have breakfast about 8:15. I have breakfast about a quarter past 8. Question is, what time do you have breakfast? What time do you have breakfast? The question is, what time do you leave home? What time do you leave home? I leave home at a quarter to 9. I leave home at a quarter to 9. That means 8:45. And if the question is, what time do you go to bed? I go to bed about 11 o'clock. I go to bed about 11 o'clock or at 11 o'clock. The same question, we started with the what. The question word, what. We can use another word, another question word also we can use. Now, what on the question word, ചോദ്യവാക്യം ഉപയോഗിച്ചാണ് ഇവരെ നമ്മൾ ഓരോ ചോദ്യങ്ങളും ഉണ്ടാക്കിയത് എന്നാൽ മറ്റൊരു ചോദ്യവാചകം ഉപയോഗിച്ച് പല വിധത്തിലുള്ള ഇതേപോലുള്ള സെയിം സെന്റൻസുകൾ നമുക്ക് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് പറ്റും. Here the question comes, when do you have breakfast? When do you have breakfast? You earlier noticed that our question came like this: what time is breakfast at your house? What time is breakfast at your house? And here the ask, when do you have breakfast? Have means, take means, eat. ഭക്ഷണം കഴിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതിന് വാക്കുകളാണ്, ഡിഫറെന്റ് വാക്കുകളാണ്. ഹാവ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാലും, ഈറ്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാലും, ടേക്ക് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാലും. Answer is, when do you have breakfast? I have my breakfast at 6:30. That means early morning and a 6:30. Suppose you are going away from your home early in the morning, or 7 o'clock, you are leaving your home. Then you can use this one. Normally, usually, always, I take my breakfast about 6:30. I take my breakfast about 6:30. And when do you go to school? When do you go to school? Usually, I go to school at 7 o'clock. Or usually, I go to school about 9:30. Or 9:15. Or 9:45. And when you eat lunch, when you eat lunch, I eat my lunch at about 1:45. I take my breakfast at about 1:45 or about 1 or at 1. So we can make in this way so many sentences to point out the time. With the help of time, it is our habitual action and it is our daily activities. So this shows in our present indefinite or simple present. Our way of speaking can be increased or flexible or improved by this way. So we can make small sentences through the conversation. Here I came again to give you the conversation for teaching you how to interact with your friends, how to interact with your officers, how to interact with people in a fluent manner, in a fluency in English. And the question comes, we can make, you know very well, there are 6 forms of sentences. We can make 6 forms of sentences. Number 1 is affirmative positive. Number 2 is affirmative negative. And number 3 is interrogative positive. Number 4 is interrogative negative. And number 5 is question word question positive. And number 6 is question word question negative. Here we have to use I go to bed, I go to school, I go to college, I go to my office. So that is affirmative positive. So we can make a negative sentence like that. I do not go to bed, I do not go to school, I do not go to college, I do not go to office. So when we speak it in that manner, I don't go, or he doesn't go to his school, he doesn't go to his college, he doesn't go to his office. So if our subject is third person singular, that is a singular nouns, he, she, it, then we have to use, as I told earlier, subject. If your subject is singular, then verb first form plus yes or yes plus object. That is, he writes a letter. He writes a letter. So we can, that is our affirmative sentence. And when we make it affirmative negative, he doesn't write a letter. He doesn't write a letter. If you want to make interrogative positive with the help of that helping verb. Interrogative positive, does he write a letter? Does he write a letter? And interrogative negative, does he not write a letter? Does he not write a letter? And if you want to make a question word, question, positive sentence, how to make this one? When does he write a letter? When does he write a letter? For what time does he write a letter? Otherwise, when does he not write a letter? When does he not write a letter? So, in these 6 forms of sentence help us to make different way of writing. We can make left tense means present indefinite. We can make lot of. That is near about 72 sentences we can make that 6 forms with a simple present tenses. And here, again I am going to give you, do you watch television very often? Do you watch television very often? മിക്കപ്പോഴും നിങ്ങൾ ടി വി കാണാറുണ്ടോ? Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. ഉണ്ട്. അത് ഞാൻ കാണാറുണ്ട്. How often do you watch television? How often do you watch television? I watch it twice a week. I watch it twice a week. We use the twice, T-W-I-C-E, twice a week. ആഴ്ചയിൽ 2 പ്രാവശ്യം ഞാൻ ടി വി വാച്ച് ചെയ്യാറാണ്, ടി വി കാണാറുണ്ട്. അത് നമ്മുടെ ഹാബിറ്റുള്ള ആക്ഷനാണ്. ആഴ്ചയിൽ 2 പ്രാവശ്യം മാത്രമേ ഞാൻ ടി വി കാണാറുള്ളൂ. എല്ലാ ആഴ്ചയിലും 2 പ്രാവശ്യം ഞാൻ ടി വി കാണും. ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള നമ്മുടെ ഹാബിറ്റുള്ള ആക്ഷൻസ് നമുക്ക് പറയണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ഈ ഫോം യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക. ഏതാണ്? പ്രസന്റ് ഇൻഡെഫിനിറ്റ്, അതർവൈസ് സിമ്പിൾ പ്രസന്റ്. And I'm going to give you, last day I taught you some adverbs. In a simple way, we can make again the adverbs like this. I told you the adverb is a modifying verb, which means it adds the meaning, something to the verb, adjective, or another adverb. It is a modifier. So the sentence is, he is happy. He is happy. He is happy. Actually, he is happy. So I use usually. Meaning, സാധാരണയായി അവൻ സന്തോഷവാനാണ്. ഈ സെന്റൻസിനെ കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യുക, സാധാരണയായി അവൻ സന്തോഷവാനാണ്. So he is usually happy. He is usually happy. See, സാധാരണയായി സന്തോഷവാനാണ്. He is happy. He is usually happy. Here we used usually here. Happy. So this is adjective. It is not a verb here. It is not an adverb here. It is an adjective. ഒരു നാമവിശേഷണമാണ്. ഈ നാമവിശേഷണത്തെ ഒന്നുകൂടി മോഡിഫൈ ചെയ്യുവാൻ യൂഷ്വലി എന്ന adverb നമ്മളിവിടെ ഉപയോഗിച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ക്രിയാവിശേഷണമായ യൂഷ്വലി എന്ന പദം. So he is happy. Happy word is qualifying the subject he. And here we used usually happy. And then here is an adjective. So we add something to the meaning of our adjective happy. He is usually happy. So we can make lots of sentences in this way. They are at home. The sentence is the constructor, they are at home. How to create, how to construct with the usually, they are at home. They are usually at home. See, is happy, is usually happy. They are at home. They are usually at home. Here we used at home. It is an adverb. Last day I taught you place of adverb. Place of adverb. That means that words can be of 6 kinds. One is a manner of adverb. Another one is a place of adverb. The place is at home. The place I use as an adverb here, at home, and we want to add something to the meaning of this at home. That is usually at home. Our adverb today, familiar adverb is usually. They are usually at home. Here it is modifying the word at home adverb. ഇത് തന്നിരിക്കുന്ന അറ്റ് ഹോം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ അഡ്വേർഡ്സിനെ നമ്മൾ തരം തിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇനി ക്ലാസിഫൈ ചെയ്ത് വരുമ്പോൾ അത് 6 വിധത്തിലുണ്ട്. അതിലൊന്ന് പ്ലേസ് സൂചിപ്പിക്കുക, സ്ഥലം സൂചിപ്പിക്കുവാൻ വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നതാണ്. ഇവിടെ തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് അറ്റ് ഹോം, വീട്ടിലുള്ള മാത്രമുള്ള അറ്റ് ഹോം ആണ്. അപ്പൊ അതിനെ ഒന്നുകൂടി മോഡിഫൈ ചെയ്യുവാൻ വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് യൂഷ്വലി എന്ന പദം ആണ്. ഇതും അഡ്വേർബാണ്, ഇതും അഡ്വേർബാണ്. And here the adjective നാമവിശേഷണമാണ്. ആ നാമവിശേഷണത്തെ നമ്മൾ ഒന്നുകൂടി മോഡിഫൈ ചെയ്യുക യൂഷ്വലി എന്നാണ് ഇവിടെ ഉപയോഗിച്ചത്. ഇത് വെരി സിമ്പിൾ സെന്റൻസ് ആണ്. സിമ്പിൾ. He is happy. അവൻ എങ്ങനെയുള്ളവനാണ്? Pointing out happy. He is a happy man. He lives a happy life. നമുക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ സെന്റൻസ് ഉണ്ടാക്കാനായിട്ട് സാധിക്കും. Next sentence. She is there. She is there. She is there. It's a single sentence. She is there. She is there. So when we use usually, it comes like this. She is usually there. She is usually there. There is also a place of adverb. It is also a place. It is there also an adverb. So we used usually the adverb to modify another adverb. So I think that you will love the class and you could understand what I taught you in an easy way. In this easy way, we can construct a lot of sentences. Even just 2 words. One is he and happy. So we can link this word with the linking verb is. It is our linking verb. And so we got one sentence, he is happy, and we can use another adverb to modify the sentence. He is usually happy. Another is they are at home. At home is a place where they are. They are sitting at home. And we use usually and another adverb to modify this adverb. They are usually at home. They are usually at home. Another is she is there. She is there. We used for the verb and she and linking verb is used here is. She is there. The sentence came as like this. She is usually there. She is usually there. And another sentences are very nervous. Are very nervous. Are very nervous. Are very nervous. The word very is used here. Nervous is our adjective. I plus linking verb. Very nervous. Our adjective നാമവിശേഷണം I എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഞാൻ എന്ന കർത്താവ് അഥവാ സബ്ജക്റ്റിനെ ക്വാളിഫൈ ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്ന വാക്കാണ് നെർവസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഗുണം സൂചിപ്പിക്കുന്നത് സ്റ്റേറ്റ് അവസ്ഥ സൂചിപ്പിക്കുന്നതാണ് നെർവസ്. അതിന്റെ കണ്ടീഷൻ സൂചിപ്പിച്ചു. അപ്പൊ അതിനെ ഒന്നുകൂടെ മോഡിഫൈ ചെയ്യുവാനായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ വെരി എന്ന അഡ്വർബ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യും. വെരി നെർവസ്. വെരി നെർവസ്. സോ ഇവിടെ ഇതിനെ ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി മോഡിഫൈ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി പറയുകയാണ്. എപ്രകാരമാണ്? usually very nervous. I'm usually very nervous. So it shows where is a degree of adverb. Our adverb is in degree. How much nervous? Very nervous. How much nervous? I'm very or totally or fully or completely nervous. And that way is modified by the another adverb usually. Usually very nervous. Usually very nervous. Our word adjectives nervous always. Remember that there is adjective is there to make our sentence qualifying, to make our sentence more interesting. And our subject is there. I am. I am. So am very nervous. That is converted into I am usually very nervous. That's I'm usually very nervous. And you are in your office. You are in your office. You are in your office. You are. You are in your office. So we can use your office where you are. You are in an office and you are in your office. So the word usually is used here as like you are usually in your office. You are usually in your office. You are usually in your office. So very simple way. It is so digested as a food. So don't think that English is hard. Don't think that English is difficult to speak. Don't think that you can't make sentences. So I didn't teach more things. I teach very simple way to interact with the others, how to speak fluently. Our main theme is speak fluent in fluency. We need fluency, fluently. Here, firstly I told we can denote our daily activities, our habitual activities, habitual actions in the form of simple present. Otherwise, present indefinite. Both are same, okay? And there we are using single subject plus verb first form plus and object. If our subject is single person singular, we can use subject plus verb first form plus yes or es plus object. Very short way we can easily understand subject plus verb first form plus object. If our subject is singular, if our subject is singular, verb 1 plus yes or es plus object. So, study this definition. Subject plus verb first one plus object or singular subject plus verb first one plus yes or es plus object. How these singular subjects come? If you want to talk about your mother, our mom. My mom prepares tea. My mom prepares tea. My mother makes tea. My mother cooks well. So, yes is used there. My father walks briskly. My father walks briskly. He arrives soon. He comes back home. He comes back home. So in this way, you can study some verb forms and add here and make some subjects as your familiar person, your favorite, your lovable persons are surrounding you, your father, mother, husband, wife, friends, nephew, niece, or cousins, servants. Maybe you can use as a place of subject and your first form, if it is singular, the use SOES along with your response form and add an object. This object we can make in this way. Variables, you can use some adverbs, you can use some adjectives to modify and qualify your sentences to make it so much more obvious. And she reads popular novels. She reads popular novels. Another sentence, she reads popular novels. അധികം ജനങ്ങൾ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്ന നോവലുകൾ വായിക്കുന്ന ഒരു പതിവ് ആർക്കുണ്ട്? അവൾക്കുണ്ട്. അവൾ പതിവായിട്ട് എന്ത് വായിക്കുന്നു? നോവൽസ്, പോപ്പുലർ നോവൽസ് വായിക്കുന്നു. How we can say that? She reads usually popular novels. She reads usually popular novels. And he writes carefully. He writes carefully. He writes, usually writes carefully. So there are two adverbs again came. He writes carefully. This is also adverb. How he writes? He writes carefully. And we add another adverb usually. He usually writes. Usually writes carefully. He usually writes carefully. See, one adverb is here. It shows how he writes means telling how the action is performed, the manner of adverb. It says that എങ്ങനെ ആ പ്രവൃത്തി അവിടെ അവതരിപ്പിക്കപ്പെട്ടു എന്ന് കാണിക്കുന്നതാണ് കെയർഫുള്ളി എന്ന വാക്കുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്. എന്നാൽ അതിനെ നമ്മൾ വീണ്ടും കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്ത് യൂഷ്വലി വെച്ച് കെയർഫുള്ളി ഒന്നും കൂടെ മോഡിഫൈ ചെയ്തിട്ട് യൂഷ്വലി റൈറ്റ്സ് കെയർഫുള്ളി. ഹി യൂഷ്വലി റൈറ്റ്സ് കെയർഫുള്ളി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാണ് sentence ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. So my viewers, I think that you like our English class. That is how to speak fluently or how to interact with the others in a simple way, a simple magic. We can say that it is a very simple magic. You can easily understand and you can practice in your day-to-day life. So welcome back to again our Royal Education Group. If you like our page or our classes, you like it and you share it with your old friends. And today I am going to sign out this one. Before that, once again, I welcome you. And our education group is providing regular classes and evening hours, weekend classes. See, you are provided regular, evening, and weekends courses for your well-being in English. So I welcome everyone. Please kindly visit our office. Kindly visit. We have a good information desk, and you will gather information here. Thank you.